Welcome back to another episode of Schwartzy Plays Go. And we have a lesson to learn with today's game. It's simple, super simple, just never give up. You learned that lesson as a child, and it's important. And that's what this game is going to teach you, in particular, this one from the archives. So I pulled this one out, this one from about a year ago, and I have one little note here that just says never give up. And I don't know exactly what happens, but I have a pretty good idea of how this unfolds. And follow along as we kind of break down the strategy. We look at the key moves, see what happened. I was playing as black, 12Q, up against white, 11Q, and we'll see what happens. We'll get through it nice and quick. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for watching. We break down Go videos and Go games and try and get a little bit better and have fun doing it. So wholesome. Let's just get into it. We got a couple moves there. We're fighting over the corner. And it'll be interesting to see how this one develops. There we go. Right off the bat, I get a little bit aggressive. Like I'm trying to form a base on there, but that's super aggressive. I'm threatening a cutting point there. I can run out to the middle of the board if I need to. But interesting strategy when there's open moves, like big open moves on the board, the top and the left-hand side, wide open. But white chose to get a little aggressive on their own, right, by pinching my black stone and kind of forcing me back this way. I guess I could have played right there maybe and continued to push upwards, but pretty aggressive move there. And I can see how maybe I start this game a little bit behind. That kind of worked out, sure, but I think the what we'll see with this game is that I started a little bit behind and I have to kind of mount a comeback. White, pretty aggressive down here now. He's threatening two cutting points. That's a nice play. He can cut here, he can cut here. Obviously, if he cuts the bottom one, he's going to put this group of three into Atari, right? He plays here. These three are into Atari. I have to link up, and then he can probably work ahead and kill this group down there. So we'll play something a little different. We do a little threatening. Sure, he does put me into Atari. All right, I sacrifice it. Yikes. So we're officially behind early. I don't like how that played out down there. White got aggressive and did a great job with a nice move. Really put me behind so that this group now, it's not that many stones, like 5-6 stones. This one down at the bottom, he can kill that off with one play by putting me into Atari. And then I'm on the run. I got nothing in terms of territory, no eyes captured. I have nothing really to work with. So that one's got to run. So I am behind while white has pretty much captured that whole bottom right-hand corner. So certainly behind early. But that's why you never give up. It's early in the game, right? You can make things happen. You can cause some changes. A little attack up here, right? We're threatening these three right now. There's some cutting points. He's not connected to that group of two. We shore up a little bit, and there finally we're getting to the point where it's like maybe we have our first eye, like one of these, likely, and then maybe we can still get one down here, but little better shape there in the middle, but certainly not ahead by any means. White with a nice defensive play. He's protecting that cutting point. Can't really fault him for that. Then he pushes up. Sure, we get a couple plays in to kind of seal up that right-hand side of the board. So we got most of this, actually. Those last couple moves worked out well. Got a nice little chunk there. I don't think white is going to threaten that. But white is starting to form a group kind of in there. Not going to be big potentially, but probably not going to threaten to kill him either. So, okay, we do a little force and move, and then we switch gears. Okay, it's about time. We mentioned this earlier. We got the top of the board and the left-hand side of the board, and they're wide open. There's big moves left on this board. But again, we get aggressive, and it looks like we're trying to steal a space in here. And actually, I can see how I did this, or why I did this. Because I'm assuming white responds by reinforcing this stone, right? I'm really close to this stone. He's probably going to play something like right here to stop me from taking that corner. He wants that corner for himself. It's easy money. But with like one more play, if I play like out here or like up here, all of a sudden I've cut these two stones off, right, from his corner group over here. These two are a little bit isolated, and I have a semi-strong position now here with this black group. So I can start to pinch this group in the middle and really start to come at it from both sides. Or I just steal the corner if he lets me do that. So we'll see how white responds. Interesting. So he ignores the corner and says he's more interested in linking these up. And that's exactly what he's doing, right? He's kind of cutting the distance between those. He's sacrificing territory, though, by doing that, because he's not capturing anything. That feels very defensive and like weak kind of defensive. I don't know. I don't think I like that play. We'll see. Maybe I can exploit that. Maybe this is where I start to mount that comeback. Push into the corner. Sure, black tries to stop me. Okay. Interesting. I didn't go for the Atari here. I feel like I should have played here, put this stone into Atari. He could plays here. Then I play here by putting this one into Atari. I come down, and eventually I just completely steal that corner. But I played to the right first. And it might be a nice forcing move, actually, considering how white is playing that defensive style and linking these up. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays something like, what's that, H4 or J4, even here potentially. Just something to link these white stones up, and we'll see what happens. Pretty much what we talked about was that H4, the first one we said, because he's protecting this point here. He's basically linking this stone up now to these three, having a little triangle. And now he's even one closer to connecting that little triangle up here. But there's a lot of weak points here, right? I can still slice him up here. There's cutting points here and here. This group is kind of separated. Even that stone is a little bit separated. So there is certainly some chaos there that I can start to exploit. This might have worked out in my favor. We take an Atari. We take a kill, actually. Interesting. So we got way stronger down here. We're probably going to be safe. Meanwhile, he's still got to play defensively because he's got to protect this stone from Atari. I'm assuming he does that here. Yep. But there's still cutting points. I can still exploit this. There we go. We take the cutting point, put him into Atari. Interesting. So now this group of his is cut off, but he went on the attack there and kind of had his own cutting point, right? So now he's got, what has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liberties. He's got one Atari. He can put me into Atari, right, by playing here and forcing me out. And then I don't know, it'll be close, right? Because then if he forces me, he's going to lose a liberty. What did I say? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he'd be down to 5. And then my group would have, I'd be gone there. I'd have 1, technically, 2, 3, 4, kind of, and he could also take that away with an Atari. So white might be in an advantageous position down here. Okay, I like that. That's a good play. Protect the cutting point at the bottom. Give us a little bit of an outlet. Interesting. Seal up. Ooh, he didn't. I think I have to go here. I think I have to respond before I can go back to attacking this group, right? I think I have to kind of link up. See, white's got the same double Atari action. This is a nice play. Plays here, and then I have to defend one of these. Can't defend both. Yikes, that's a good play. I guess. I don't know. What do we do? We link up there. I guess, yeah, because then if white cuts, then I play right here, right? And then I kill him off. So he hasn't really done much, actually, with that one. But I do only have 3 liberties there. And now his white group is down to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Taking him down 1, but he is still ahead down there. Oof, if we get into a bit of a battle. Okay, yeah. I think he might win that. I think white might take this whole group and kill me off, but at least I'm attacking over here now. This is kind of a crazy game, actually. Okay, we take the kill. So we're officially alive down here. We don't have to worry about this. Although, I probably should take this, or at least play here, one of those. Because white can... I only have 3 liberties left. He can put me into Atari and potentially kill this group off. So, gotta watch that. And then we shift gears again. One of the few remaining big moves. There's still... I mean, this is wide open. I could jump in there. I could jump in up here. I can see white's trying to capture this, right? Everything between those 2 lines. With that huge jump, he thinks I'm maybe going to protect this corner up here, something like that. We do the opposite. That's what we've been doing all game with this one. We did it early on over here. We jumped in when maybe we shouldn't have. We did the same thing down here. Jumped in, got aggressive, and I don't think we should have. Both times, I don't think that's paid off. And we've ended up getting killed. We're just causing chaos. Almost getting it, but not getting it. And we have in the left-hand side of the board now for the third shot, White with another one of those ultra kind of light defensive moves with a running move, and he just gives me this play here. I could even take this one, right, and threaten to cut in here, so then White probably has to respond. Yeah, I should have played one lower, I think. I should have played here, kind of forcing White to respond then by playing here, so then we get a free move. And we can also maybe get another forcing move here, and then all of a sudden, there's a chance we might still be able to put the pressure on this White group, but I think a forcing move earlier there might have been better. White responds. There it is. There's the threat to cut. There's White's response, but now he's already in a better position, right? Because he's got this one here, so I'm not necessarily going to get this cut here. So what do we do next, right? There's a free move here. I don't know. This is only 3 stones, too. This is super weak. This needs a little bit of support. I also want to protect this corner and, like, maybe put some pressure on this stone. I could even play, like, up top on this one. All right. You know what? I don't mind that because we are kind of doing a forcing move. White's probably going to go here next, right? Because he doesn't want me to take that. Sure enough. So we sort of got one free play out of it. It didn't really do much for us. Okay, White conservative. We take the Atari, sure. Push up. White's in better shape down here now. He's probably going to get 2 eyes down there. It's probably not worth attacking. Meanwhile, my little group here is in rough shape. I don't have any eyes yet. He can take away my first potential eye by playing here. Then I lose this spot, and then I kind of have to run up, right? Where else am I going to go? So, yep, I like that. Sort of defensive. White threatens to push in. Sure. Interesting. We can put the pressure on these two. There's a real good chance I can maybe capture those two now, because White... I don't think White needs to run up here. I think, like, if White played one more move down here, right there, this lower group, whoops, am I still drawn? If White played right there, he'd have an eye here and, you know, an eye up here. He'd be totally safe. He doesn't have to run up here. Maybe what he's trying to do is stop this group from connecting with this group, right? He's cutting through there. That's probably what he's doing, actually. Which would be a nice connection for me if I can make that, because both of those groups are a little bit risky. But if I can get an eye in this group and one eye in that group and link them up, then obviously we're fine. We have 2 eyes, and that would be fantastic. And also, now that I look at this some more, not only are we linking up sort of left and right, we're also cutting off these two, right? We're taking away some support because we can still pressure these guys. There's certainly a wall I could build here so that he can't push to the right. And then especially if I get a move up here to the corner and he has to run to the right. Right now he could get his space up here if the board falls to him the way that he wants it. But interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of sort of cutting battles happening here. White just took one there, right? He took that one, so now this stone's by itself, and this group down here is not looking great. Oof. We gotta be way behind. I'm just gonna check the score. I don't like to do this too often, but I'm 140 moves in. I think that we have lost this little black group. I think we've lost this black group. We already lost some territory down here. I think we're way behind on the scoreboard. White by 34. Yeah. White is way ahead, but there is a lot of space up here, right? This is basically wide open. Computer's a little laggy, so my mouse drawing skills are rough, but and this corner is still totally up for grabs. That could go either way. I have the advantage with one stone up there, but who's to say? So, okay, interesting. So we do need to come back. We're 140 moves in and down by like 35 points. But again, that's why you never give up, kids. All right, so now we take an Atari, sure. There we go. There's a big move. We're 145 moves in, and we took the last big move on the board. I like it. I think it's a nice push this way. I'm threatening to capture quite a bit along the top. And white could totally jump in up here somewhere, but might be a battle. I don't know if he'd get a lot from it. Yes, he plays a little bit low because he's safe if he sticks closer to here. So he's kind of pushing from that direction. So didn't really expect him to jump too far up too fast. So he has been playing kind of defensive too. There we go. And then we get our sort of free play, if you will. And we've pretty much stolen that whole top of the board. He can slide in there once in a while and cause a little bit of damage, but we can also protect it and keep it all for ourselves. So, just skipping ahead here a little bit. All right, the upper right-hand corner, that worked out really well. This is super efficient. Certainly along the top. That's a nice win, so I like that. Okay, then we got the left-hand side. White is trying to live up here now because we've pretty much cut him off, right? We've created a wall, sort of, through here. It's not done yet, but realistically, he's not going to link up this way. So that means these three are in trouble. And he's got to create his space, his territory, his eyes somewhere up there. So, what do we got? Threaten to cut, sure. Ooh, we do cut, all right. Come across, Atari, sure. That was pretty nice and aggressive, a little bit slick. I like it. Might be a little bit too loosey-goosey up here. I would want to protect this point. I'm surprised I haven't done that. If white plays there, I could put him into Atari and maybe I can run him over and up and kill him off, but whoops. I don't know. That needs some work. This is totally up for grabs right now. Who's going to attack this first? White plays defensive. I completely ignore it. Take another cutting point down here. So we've officially cut this group off that we were attacking earlier, but I don't think is really under danger if white takes that point. Meanwhile, my group here of what, like 5 stones plus this group, like this is pretty much dead. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. He can kill that off pretty quick. Nice defensive play there, sure. Okay, that's a little bit safer up there now because the chances of white taking this now I think are slimmer. Now that I have a kind of a stronger wall to play off of behind it. Oh, and right as I say that, I'm just going to eat my words, and white takes that point. I knew that was trouble, that one little spot. So what do we got to do? I think we got to push him right, obviously, right? We can't play here, because, we can't allow white to play here because then I'm in Atari and I'm toast. I could take the kill. I could play here, put these 3 into Atari, but I'd be sacrificing this stone. Maybe that's the play, because quite frankly, I think this group in the corner is probably going to be safe, and maybe it's fine if I sacrifice that one and I get this kill. What do? We don't do that. We put him into Atari. We get aggressive. Okay, he ignores it, and I take the kill. Sure. That worked out totally fine. So, sure. I gave him... Yeah, that wasn't great up here. I misplayed that. I think gave him a free shot. And now we're probably getting into some endgame type stuff. We're 190 moves in. I think the major battles have been decided at this point. Unless I get a big kill, right? There's not that many moves left. Can I get a kill here? That cut was interesting because now this group is potentially vulnerable, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liberties. Probably not vulnerable considering my group a little bit below it there has less. Take an Atari, sure. Oh! We all of a sudden don't have less liberties. With taking that kill, that changes the mathematics in the middle of the board. Because this group, this is all connected, right? Not officially yet, but we can definitely connect those up. I was at 4 liberties, right? But now, as soon as I take this spot up here, I have an extra 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. That takes me to like 8, which means I'm ahead versus this group. So if I can get this cutting point, oops, didn't mean to actually put one there. If I can get that cutting point, I can probably kill this group off. And And that's a big swing, not because, or not just because I get to kill this group off and get those points. That means this group down here that has been dead for quite some time is now alive. That could be a 30-point swing, actually. That might be enough to win the game if we get that kill. So maybe that's not what happens. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting excited for nothing. What does white do next? Nothing. I think I can take that cutting point. Do we see it? Yes. Yes, we do. That's huge. White's probably going to attack it. Sure. I think he probably attacked it the wrong way. And now all of a sudden, this group, 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. I have way more. I think we're going to kill this group off. Look at that too. And that's a double Atari. This is even better all of a sudden. I'm going to kill off either this stone or those 2 stones. We don't even need to kill this group off now because we're going to be connected. This is officially alive. I didn't have to kill that group off for this group to live because we are going to be connected all the way up here now to this bigger group. If we get that kill, we probably do now actually because we're connected. So then that means this little white group is officially circled and we've taken it. So I'm going to back up just a couple. This all changed. I put him into Atari here and he ignored it. So interesting. So he went for what felt like the safer play in protecting this cutting point. Wow. And he just let me take that one. That just completely changed the whole outcome of the game, quite frankly. Not just this group, but this swings the game in my favor because we take that kill, we force an Atari, he's got to link up, and then we take that cutting point, and then we can battle it out. But then we take the double Atari, get the kill. Oh, shoot, we're not linked up. All right, I'll take it back. We didn't get this spot right here. I got ahead of myself. We're not linked up, but we can still totally kill this group off. We're way ahead in terms of liberties. That's toast. Yeah, and here you can see us going in for the kill now. White's trying to do the same thing. He's trying to take away liberties from my center group, but White's down to 3. He's down to 2. And then White just resigned there. So that was the end of the game. And now what's the score? Black by 75. Yikes. It's also giving me this whole upper corner, which I think White would take that. Maybe I'll run that again. Sometimes those are off a little bit. Yeah, White by 76. Sure. I don't know. It's probably closer to like 50 or something because I think White's going to get this. Maybe it's by 40. But it all came down to this win in the middle of the board. That was huge. Completely swung the outcome of the game, and that was late, right? We were behind since move like 30 or 40 when we lost this space down here, but we didn't give up, and we fought this game out to the end. Took it to 200 moves before we actually... Oh, yeah, the kill was where? Right. I can't believe we didn't take the safe shot there, man. Or maybe it would have worked out, actually. Maybe it didn't matter either way, now that I look at this, right? Because if White did take the safe shot, what do? I play here, he goes into Atari, I go here. Yeah, then he can force me up. I think I'm dead, so it wouldn't matter. He would have been totally fine, so. Misplay by White. He plays there instead. I get this kill at move 197. Completely changes the game. And that's why you don't give up, kids. Play it to the end. Especially in an even match, right? People can make mistakes. You can force people into mistakes. You can get lucky. Because it was evenly matched. 12 up against 11. Kind of an intermediate, beginner level match. And fun game. That was really back and forth. Crazy battles. I got probably way more aggressive than I should have. In here, down here again. I don't know what I was thinking, but also some misplays by White that worked in my favor. So, fun game. Thanks for watching. We should wrap it up there. We're quite a ways into this. If you stuck around, leave me a comment below. Let me know you made it to the end. I'll give you a shout out in the next video. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Let's go.